Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday, and today we got a salty run back for you in this latest how to play for my main man, favorite god in SMITE, Anhur, the Egyptian hunter. Anhur is my favorite god, and I'm going to be talking to you about how to play this guy and all of my strategies that go through my head when I play him. As you guys may or may not have known or seen, I play Anhur relatively well. It's a god I will consider myself pretty good at, and it's because I love his playstyle and I love his mechanics. If you get good at Anhur and you look at this video and you use it to improve your gameplay, you're going to be able to impale people into walls. You're going to be able to basically CC them out of even attacking you or doing anything. Just taking spears to the face is what you're going to guarantee. You're going to learn how to keep yourself safe with the CC immune ultimate. You're going to learn how to potentially combo onto his own pillar, so you don't even need a wall around you. You're going to be able to just pillar somebody into your own pillar, which he can throw up, by the way. He can create obelisks. He's Egyptian. Come on. What Egyptian god can't just create an obelisk out of midair? Come on. Jeez. If you can't, then you're not an Egyptian god. That's what I would say. And you're going to be able to do all those things all while witnessing a salty run back between me and my man Epic Gamer Bane, who is a really good player, really good Joust player. I really enjoy playing against him. He actually beat me on stream. I was Anhur and he was Hu Yi, so he beat me with my favorite god. And it came down to the wire. I got he hit a crazy triple bounce to get first blood, and then I basically ended up coming back and then lost at the very end. So today we're getting a run back. He's playing Apollo. It's a really interesting matchup, and I'll talk about that. But first, let's talk about why I have this early game pressure. Well, one, I got the damage buff, but the other thing is that Anhur has very strong early game as compared to Anhur. When you're playing, as compared to Apollo, when you're playing Anhur, you're gonna have a lot of early game pressure over your opponents, and there's the pillar. I look like I'm hitting once, twice. My basic attacks are increased, but then they decrease. They go down to 85. Now, why is that? Anhur has a stack of his passive on Apollo called Enfeeble. Now what that will do is essentially debuff his physical protections by 20. So every character starts out with some base physical protections, but early game, when you're debuffing them by 5 each hit up to a maximum of 20, you're basically going to almost be hitting true damage, which is going to be basically no protections, as if they had no protections on them. And your basics are going to be hurting quite a lot, more so than most other hunters. So Anhur is known as a very strong early to mid game hunter. He can also bring it late game, and especially with his CC, he's very strong, but he's known as being very powerful due to this passive. So don't forget that his passive is very important in these early trades. Now, the reason he went down from 93 to 85 in terms of my basics was because Apollo has a number 2 Mesmerize that will mesmerize me. So if he hits me out of it, I'm done. It will stun me, I'll stay stunned, but if he hits me or anything touches me, I will jump out of it. That's what a Mesmerize does in SMITE, but it also gives him physical protections. I believe it gave him 10 or 20 at that point, and that is what mitigated that. So as you can tell, ignoring those protections at first was helping me to increase. And look at the impale right there. I hit him into the wall. He's forced to Sanctuary, but I've got my ultimate available, and that is all she wrote. Epic Gamer Ben goes down in flames, in, well, in spears, I guess, not flames. Goes down in spears, and he gets taken out. He's gone. He's gone like Britney Spears, baby. I'm sorry. He didn't want it. He didn't want it that way, and that's a Backstreet Boys reference. All of that 90s music is something I need to listen to right now. Oh my God. I want it that way. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heart. Tell me why. Oh my God, remember that? Oh my God, that was my jam back in the day. First concert I ever went to. There's a little fan fiction for you guys, a little bit of some snackage history for you. But now he's getting the pressure from me because I went and did my blue buff. Now, obviously in Joust, just a good thing to mention as we're covering this how to play is you want to be making sure you're taking your buff, their buff, red buff, any buff you can at any point in time. Not only because of the gold, not only because of the benefits from the buff, as me and him are trading here, but because of the ability for you to gain the experience lead and gain the levels lead. That's going to be more and more important. Now, Epic Gamer Ben and I have been trading in this hallway, and there's a reason Epic Gamer Ben did not want to come forward. Now, him and I are really low, and right now, I'm looking to basically finish this wave so I don't lose this XP to tower before I go back. I have an impale that I want to use, but I know if he gets near my impale, I can do it, but I miss my impale. He dodges out of it and uses his number 1 so beautiful to actually kill me, and that was just a misplay. And so you'll basically see that I went for a risky play to try and get a kill there and make my lead greater, but I ended up giving him a lead to an ability to tie me up, and then having to run back to base waiting for Aussie. Although it's going to give me some advantage when I get to lane, he's going to be able to hit some tower shots and have a little bit of time to maybe do something. Red buff is back up, so we'll have to check that out. So the second part of Anhur is spacing. The really important aspect of Anhur is spacing. Now, the reason I say that is because in a lot of these scenarios, people aren't necessarily going to be running up against walls through your path. See, that impale that you have is number 2, is all about using it so that you are hitting them with their motion towards a wall. So a lot of that has to do with if I'm just facing straight down the hallway and they're running straight towards me, I'm gonna throw the impale and they'll just go back down the hallway. But if I angle myself to the left here or use my pillar to kind of cut off a corridor, I'm forcing Bane into the wall. Now, we both stunned each other at the same time. He mesmerized himself, and that's why he's taking lower damage, as you can see. But what happened was I forced him into the wall stun scenario. Otherwise, he was going to have to back up. And that is one of the things that's Anhur you want to be doing. As you see me rotating and shifting my body, you'll often see in these games with Anhur that I'm rotating and shifting my body, forcing them to either retreat or take a path that puts them in front of a wall. And if they don't want to run in front of the wall, they could just stay there, lose XP. Oh, and nice ultimate from Epic Gamer Bane trying to come down to catch me. Of course, Apollo can fly into the sky. A nice mesmerize, but I've got enough mana left for a jump, and that's it. And I'm back behind my minion wave, feeling safe, and this time I think I need to just head back. I do not want to play this any riskier than I have the rest of the match, and so I want to make sure that I take my 2-to-1 advantage and keep leaning on it. Now, the other thing that I'm doing is I'm finishing Golden Bow, which has gotten a little bit of a better thing right now. It's gotten some increased power. It went from 40, I believe, to 55 power now, and that would have been a great pillar impale combo. I do miss it, however, but I am in trading phase now with this Apollo. He's been able to actually, oh wow, almost get taken out there and has to run away. As you can see, 5 minutes in, level 10, Anhur's really shining in these trades, though Apollo is soon, with his audacity, going to be able to outtrade. Now, because Anhur hits very hard, but he doesn't hit very fast, he doesn't have some kind of, attack speed, steroid buff, a lot of the key to winning trades is going to be impaling someone. So talking about this, how to impale people is going to be very important. Now, one of the ways you can do that is set up your speed, your number 1, shifting sands. And what does shifting sands do? Well, shifting sands not only slows targets, so it makes them easier in your trades, but it also allows you to pillar them against that pillar, right? So you see, it allows you to impale them against that pillar, but it also allows you to go ahead and increase your damage against them. So not only do you have your enfeeble stacking against them, right? As see the Apollo here, he's not going to run because he's forced to take a path between a wall. Now, I basically missed that, and so I'm not able to go ahead and get that. Apollo is now and I are pretty much even level. I've missed my 2 key abilities, and I'm kind of going back to lane here because there is a minion wave coming up, and I want to lifesteal a little bit here. Now, it looks like I was saying and mentioning here, but as Apollo and I kind of go into this battle, but he's going to basically back off. I do not want to take any tower shots, and I do want to get a little bit, but I'm been targeted by the tower because I guess he cleared the wave very, very quickly. I also do want to see if I can get him here. Of course, Anhur's long range ultimate is able to reach very far, and so I might be able to catch him off guard. And it looks like here I'm going for it, but he does pop his sanctuary to avoid any damage that might have accidentally killed him. And now I'm in a position where I can go ahead and probably get this tower. And so that was a really good thing. I basically stalled him enough so that he could not, he basically had to back when my wave was there so I could take tower for free, but he comes back with his ultimate. He does have that, but now I am half health. I've got him down to half health now, and now we're going. He pops his actually, no, he's going basically. I hit 1 basic attack. I'm hitting all of them. I missed my last one, and now Epic Gamer Bane gets the kill. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was supposed to win this one. I'm supposed to win this one, guys. I can't lose this one. I lost on stream. I was supposed to... This is my YouTube channel. I'm supposed to win this game. Come on, man. Come on, Ben. Everything worked there. Now, what you'll notice is what I was mentioning. Anhur has very hard hits, but because of the Apollo ability in his passive in Audacity to basically increase his basic attack speed by 100%, so he's going to be hitting twice as fast. It's going to require me at that stage in the game to basically, even with the I don't think I had Ichaival at that point. I think I just died and picked that up, but it's going to force me to hit every single basic. Otherwise, he will basically gain the lead because he's going to be hitting basically twice as fast as I will. So I'm going to have to hit every single basic to maintain it. And I missed one, and that resulted in a trade that wasn't favorable for me. Plus, he hit me with an ability, and that was also not good. I started at half health as well. So those are a couple things to look at when you want to take it. Now, look, here's the pillar, and that is what I'm looking at. Now, I've got him in Shifting Sands, and you see the increased damage from 218 to 247, a huge difference in terms of my basics. He needs to run away. He's half health, but not only that, the 200s I was in because he was in the Shifting Sands. He was taking 20%. Now, look at this. Here's what I want to show you guys. He's running away. He doesn't see it. The pillar combo, stunning him into the pillar, and that gives me the impale. Now, that is exactly what unsuspecting people will be doing. They'll be jumping, thinking you got away, but you could put that pillar from your Shifting Sands in front of them and basically follow up with a pretty clean impale to secure a kill. That will guarantee you the damage from the impale, and it will guarantee you 2 to 3 hits with 20% extra damage. And plus, after that, they will be slowed. So even if they've used their movement ability, they're still slowed. You can hit them very easily, and you could track that target. So one of the really important things I think to mention is setting yourself up for the impales and the pillars. Now, Anhur's number 3 is a jump, and it's a very good escape. It can go over walls like every jump, but it also has a knock-up component. One of the things I'll often use when I'm playing Anhur and I'm getting aggressed by players is baiting out certain things with the jump. So knowing that Apollo is maybe going to come in, try, and oh, wow, look at that. And that's just all she wrote. And there you go. The ultimate is there. It's reaching far. The Sanctuary has to come in, the jump to get closer. And now he's one basic away. I'm waiting, and I don't have to wait too long. And that's all she wrote. There you go. Just the impale. Looking for it every single moment I can, guys. I cannot stress it enough. Anhur, basically, that jump is used to basically escape and initiate. It's very similar to any jump. It does have a knock-up component. So if you want to basically win a trade and you're very low and you need to jump, one of the things you can do is jump aggressively onto a target, and maybe if they're one hit away, you can basically, if you know how to basic attack and aim relatively well, you can knock them up and then throw your auto before they land again. So you have a basically free frame to shoot them if the trade is like one hit away. So it's like whoever hits each other next, I jump on you, and now I have a free shot at you before you get a chance to fire back. And that could oftentimes be the big difference in winning these 1v1 trades. In normal games where you're in Clash or this is that, a lot of times you won't use that aggressively. Now, see, Apollo is here, and watch my positioning. See where I throw that pillar? I don't want to use my impale because then he's got free reign to basically come ahead and do it. I want to make sure I hit it, but look at the way that I'm trying to take my body here. I want to put him in a position so that he's looking to run towards a wall. See how I'm taking this kind of right flank here? I want to make sure that I'm looking to basically angle my body so that I am going to get him towards a position to impale. That's going to give me the best advantage I have in winning these trades, especially with Apollo now getting towards late game. This is going to be very, very important for me. So he's got a minion wave pushing. I want to basically angle myself to the right. Now, if I do hit him, I am close to the wall. He takes a tower shot for that. Not very smart by him. And now I've got my pillar there. So the pillar is helping me to catch up. It's forcing him to roll away. I didn't use my escape, but it forced him to use his escape, and that's another great thing when you're playing against others in 1v1s or this and that. If you get him with a pillar right in the middle, you're going to put them at such a disadvantage. It's going to force them to probably use your escape while you still have yours available. And I do miss my impale there. I throw my pillar, and now I'm trying to basic attack. He has to run away because I've hit every single one of mine, and I do miss my ultimate Desert Fury. Now, Desert Fury, what does that do? What is Desert Fury? Now I see he's going for his little thing right here. I know he wants it. I jump over to the side because I know he's going, but now he's very, very low. I knew he was coming for me, trying to get the damage, because pretty much it would have been a really nice play if I hadn't seen the helicopter coming in from the sky. And now the impale comes in, and he's got nothing. I got a minion blocking that basic attack, and it helps me to get the kill. And Epic Gamer Ben goes down in flames. He tried the hot plays. Would have been hot. Would have been spicy, would have been steamy. I would have been loving that, to see that happen on me if you could have pulled that off. But you know what? I just saw the helicopter, man. I mean, I don't know. I just saw the helicopter, and that just kind of put the surprise tactic out of it, which is unfortunate for Ben because I think it was a good play. Now, if you guys are hearing a little bit of construction, that's because people are doing construction outside my house still. They're constructing something. I have no idea. They've been constructing forever. I swear I'm going to be like 35 years old and be like, I'm sorry for the construction, guys. I'm still having construction. But Hopefully, okay, so that's hopefully giving you guys some ideas now. As we look into Desert Fury is one of the reasons I also love Anhur. Anhur is an absolutely amazing god, but the fact that he has a CC immune ultimate that does a ton of damage is absolutely one of the reasons why I love him. Now, I get caught out here, and I put in my bead so I am not stunned. I get out of that stun as soon as possible, and I basically just basic attack the heck out of Bane. And at this point, we're not fully yet into the late game. We are almost there. I am almost there. I'm definitely ahead of him because I'm level 18, and I've gotten these early kills, and I've gotten the experience, I've gotten the buffs, and so now I'm pretty much in that lead. I've basically taken away his late game advantage because I've gotten ahead of him, and that's one of the things you could do with an early game god. If you get very ahead of everyone, like they said, you take advantage of your early game, you will be able to then be more effective than them in the late game because you will have the level advantage, you will have the item advantage, right? So these things will all really matter, and that's how you take advantage of your early to mid game gods. A lot of people say, well, he's late game. What does that even mean? Well, late game means you got to get to late game without being taken advantage by the early late game gods. If you stay even with somebody till late game, then that's when you come online. So those are the good things to kind of know. And oh my god, 3 hits, that's all it takes. I crit, he's sitting there like, You guys gotta watch that. You gotta rewatch that. When he dies, watch him. His body's like, I'm sorry. I'm also a little excited about Epic Gamer Bane getting taken out here as well. So he did kind of punish me on stream. So I gotta get him back on YouTube a little bit. But no, it's all love, man. GG3Z. We play together quite often. Now I have the Bull Demon King. You're saying, why is the Phoenix not attacking you? The Bull Demon King allows the Phoenix not to attack you. I do miss my Impale there, but it doesn't really matter because I basically got so much damage onto him, he's forced to leave. Desert Fury, like I said, and what I'll talk about, what it could do is 160 damage per spear plus 20% of your physical power. What that means is you can do 1,280 damage plus 160% of your physical power. My physical power right now is 190. 160% of that, it's at least, right? We're at least talking about 400 to 500. So what that means is you could do 1,700 damage to a target at full rank, and especially with that, I pretty much have full build. So especially when you're looking at somebody who's levels below you, you're going to be doing an insane amount of damage. Now, how do you guarantee all of that? It's very hard. So one of the things I like to do is use it if someone's initiating. Like an Ares is on the enemy team, I will use it to basically counter initiate onto the Ares. So he'll pull me. I don't want to use my beads, and I will use my ultimate and basically go ahead and spear all of my spears into him because he's a very easy target to hit every single spear into. Now, Epic Gamer Bane is almost getting a kill on me. I'm almost getting a kill on him, but I want to stop and not take this fight because I know I need to get some health back, and he's got the advantage here near his base. So that's one of the ways I love it, and it's a great counter for things like that because I don't have to use my beads. Now, if I get caught by Ares again with my ultimate down and I have beads, then I can use my beads or purification, and then basically the cycle continues. That's why I actually like to pick up beads on Anhur because it gives me double safety for a lot of these big CC ult moggers, you know, like Jingchen, give me your beads. Ares, give me your beads. I want your beads. No. You'll take my ultimate and you'll take some spears to the face, but you're not going to take my beads. Not unless I really want you. So that's one of the things that is very good to use. Now, the other thing is for enemies getting away because Anhur's ultimate goes through walls. Now, you can go through walls on literally any surface as long as it reaches past. You can't go through a wall indefinitely. It just is at its max range. So the range doesn't change, but it can go through walls at the same range. So if you're able to hit something, but a wall's in between, does not matter. Now, I missed the Impale there, but I slow him enough, and now he's pretty much donezo because I've got my jump, and now there's just nothing he can do. I get a hit. It doesn't crit, but it doesn't really matter because I've hit him so much in the early game, and I've got this advantage that I've taken advantage of the fact that Anhur hurts so bad early, and I've turned it into a very successful game so far. So that's pretty much it in terms of Anhur. He's a very simple god. That's one of the reasons why I love him. But he's also a very, I think, god that takes a lot to master, you know. He's got a lot going on in terms of the dynamics and how do I just maximize him. But really, I think if you learn how to hit your impales very well, very often, you're going to have a lot of success with this god. Desert Fury, the ultimate, is something that I think would be very important to look at in terms of how am I maximizing that? Am I just throwing it willy-nilly? Am I hitting all of my Desert Furies? That's the thing as well, as he just gets impaled here, and he's popped his Sanctuary, but it's not going to be enough. I've got Desert Fury. I hit a few of them, and can I get the last basic? I end up getting it, and that's good. The Phoenix comes back in, but he's not going to kill me, although he does have 2 shots on me, but I do take down Epic Gamer Bane there, and that should be all she wrote pretty soon. Maybe another kill, I don't know, but it should be pretty much all she wrote. So that's a really good piece of advice. If you can't land all the spears, it's not easy. Not everyone can land all the spears because it's kind of like Anubis's ult. If you have to wiggle back and forth, it's a little harder. One of the ways if you want to guarantee someone's death is to basically ultimate them, and I know he's coming here, right? But I've got my Sanctuary, so I Sanctuary some of the damage. I jump up into the air, and now you could see it. Oh, and the Impale. Oh, get outplayed, son. Get outplayed. Now you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I took the damage. I knew it was happening. The reason why I did that, guys, is I knew I had to fight. If he was ulting me there, I had no way to escape his ult. His ult could travel all the way to my base if he wanted. So I had to fight. I had my Sanctuary available. All right, I'm going to make it easy for him. I'm going to trick him out because he's like, wait, is he just really standing there? What is he going to do? I'm going to land there, and then I Sanctuary the rest of the damage. He tries to fight, knock him up with Disperse, as you can see, turn around mid-air and impale him into the wall. And that threw my spear up, and he could not run and chase me, and now I'm full health, and now I can fight him over here. Now, I'm sure he's really salty about that because I think he thought he had a really good plan. He's like, yeah, I can kill him now. But you know what? That is the beauty of Anhur. And those are the little things, guys. Those are the little things that when you learn how to play Anhur a little bit more effectively, you're going to be able to start doing. You can understand how much time you have in the air. You can understand how to work it. So now I put that pillar there. Where's he going to go? He's got to go in this little corridor. There's not a lot of room for him. And that pillar lasting for quite a long time. Shifting sands lasting for quite a long time. And now he's against the wall. This is not a good spot. He gets impaled. 1, 2, 3. Strike. And you're out of there, baby. And I got the kill. 10-2 and 0 assists, because you know what, when you're getting all the kills, you don't need an assist. I think I had some egg come out on my mouth. I was so excited from that, man. Dang. But you see there, it's all about just landing the pillars, guys. It really is. Hopefully, if you understand this, I think you could probably summarize this how to play up in a lot of the mechanics of playing Anhur is really about pillaring your opponents correctly and using that to your advantage. I mean, that's why it's in its kit. A lot of times you'll look at how do I play this god, and it'll seem very simple. It'll seem very easy, right, to kind of think. Like, example, there's a character in another game that I found very difficult, but he's very easy. He's got like 3 abilities that are very simple. It's like they really don't do much. And some people are amazing, some people are very bad. Anhur's kind of the same way. He's got this pillar, he's got this thing that can impale, push people back. I give him the GG3Z. But it's sometimes very complicated to understand how to best use some simple things to their best ability. And that is why these how to plays, I think, are very important just for people to get the basic information about what they should be doing with these gods. Maybe you haven't played this god. Maybe you're looking to rent this god and you want to have a leg up in terms of your understanding. That's what these videos are about. And of course, this is my favorite god and a god that I know a lot about and pretty good at. So this is gameplay you might want to look at more and look at maybe less of the words. You can see the words obviously, but this is gameplay you might want to look at since I know how to play this god really well since I play this god quite often. Now, you see Golden Bow, you see Warrior Tabi, Aussie, and Ichaival. You see Chin Sais as well, which is going to give great attack speed. It's also giving a really good power and a good passive of hitting for 4% of the enemy's maximum health, and Deathbringer. I like to do this kind of a build with Anhur. Ichaival is the only item I might trade out. You could even go Titan's Bane with that, but in this kind of a 1v1 scenario, if you find yourself fighting other hunters a lot, Ichaival is going to help you in trading with them. It's going to reduce their power and increase your power, and so Ichaival is going to be a nice item. Aussie, I think, is a pretty good item on hunters that for any reason it's going to give you pin, lifesteal, attack speed, I believe. I think it's, yeah, attack speed. It's a really good item, and it's going to give you basically a chance when you get low and you're fighting as well with in tandem with Ichaival. It's going to help you to have that teeter-totter, so you're kind of getting stronger and they're getting weaker. And then of course Warrior Tabi as well, very important. And Golden Bow, I think, is just a good item. One of the reasons it was really easy for me to escape and outrun Bane was because I had 8% movement speed. I think Golden Bow, after its buffs, even though it doesn't give you crit, I think is really good. I'd be interested to try some of the Season 3 new adjustments, the Bloodforge on Anhur. I'd be really interested to see that as well. I feel like that could be very strong. I'd also be interested to see maybe Wind Demon, but I think Deathbringer is going to be probably the best crit option for Anhur at this point because he's going to have those protection reduction. He's going to be able to hit pretty hard, so you want those hits to hit as hard as possible when those protections are reduced. So I do like this build on him, and this is how I would recommend him when fighting other hunters. You could obviously switch Ichaival out for Titan's Bane, maybe even the new Bloodforge. Check that out if you have a chance and you're not really going in a lot of 1v1s against other ADCs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this how to play, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you like about this video. Let me know if you liked seeing Ben get his butt beat, and let me know if you want to see how to play on any other god in the near future. Stay tuned for some more gameplay videos coming out out for Smite, Overwatch, and Paladins in the near future. And as always, remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this here at Raynday Gaming. As always, guys, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you guys next time.